You are going to have such a bizarre experience right at the beginning of April 2023. This bizarre experience that you are going to have right at the beginning of this month, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's actually going to happen at the moment in time when you see this person. You're going to see this person. You're going to come across this person. This person is going to be so weird. This person is going to be so strange. This person is going to be so bizarre and so unusual to the point where you are just, it's going to be impossible for you to not to kind of stare at that person. The reason why you're going to find this person so unusual, it's primarily to start with because you're Scorpione, so you're extremely intuitive. You will know that something is not quite right with that person, almost as if that person is coming from a completely different time, from a completely different dimension. And you know what? You are going to be absolutely right. There is something going to be about that person. Maybe what that person is going to wear, maybe their hair is going to be really weird, but it's just going to kind of feel like that person is coming from a completely different time, like from a completely different century. And don't be surprised when you look at that person and then you think like, oh my god, that person is so weird. Then you look again, oh, that person is gone. That person is not there anymore. Do not be surprised if that happens, my gorgeous Scorpione, because April is gonna be very unusual month, especially when it comes to you, but in particular when it comes to very, very strange and unusual things that are gonna become the part of your reality. And it's gonna be it's gonna be absolutely impossible for you not to notice this. Because at the time of weirdness, you're also striving, my gorgeous Scorpione. Why? Because that means that you're about to enter a very unusual dimension, and that unusual dimension, it's gonna be like kind of for you, it's going to be pretty much so throughout the actual April. Things are going to seem different, things are going to seem like bizarre, things are going to seem unusual. But let me tell you a little secret. There are going to be so many days that are going to seem so bizarre and so strange and so dark and so deep and so unusual. But let me tell you a little secret. The more weird you feel on a specific days, my gorgeous Scorpione, you just need, especially when it comes to April, you just need to decide to do something big, to do something huge, to do something important. Why? Because when it comes to numerology, your number is 1111. It's like, oh my god, it's like an ultimate path number, my gorgeous Scorpione. But that even most importantly thing, if you really, because you're so intuitive, do you know what I mean? You're so kind of deep, you're so intuitive. So let's say on the 2nd of April, you just feel the energy being so strange. Something is going to seem so deep, so unusual. Maybe the day is going to seem like so much darker. Maybe the day is going to seem like so slow. Maybe the people who are you going to see, throughout that day are going to be so bizarre. But you are going to be able to understand this almost immediately. Why am I trying to say this to you? Why am I trying to say to you, my gorgeous Scorpione, that basically at the time when you feel in April are going to be quite a few, like almost every day is going to be bizarre, but there are a few days that are going to be sticking out so much, especially when it comes to you feeling so weird. The weirder you feel, the better it's going to be, the better outcome it's going to be if you do decide to do something really important, something really big, something that means to you so much, something that you would never, ever, ever do when you feel so out of space, when you feel so spaced out, when you feel like, when you don't feel yourself. You would never do specific things if you don't feel confident enough. But now, for the love of God, my gorgeous Scorpione, I'm telling you that this is your sign. I know this all sounds really weird and strange that I'm trying to say to you, but this is your sign. If you feel really weird on that particular day, this is your sign assigned to do something so important. So let's say you need to speak to someone, you needed to speak to this particular person for such a long time, and now this is absolutely the last day that you will speak to somebody like this. But you need to be strong, you need to be brave, because by doing this you're breaking through, you're doing something magnificent, but you're also going to have an absolutely mind-blowing reward by the end of that particular day. And especially when it comes to the outcome of you, for example, deciding to speak to that person, you're gonna do something, you're gonna move the mountains by doing this, okay? Because at the same time, it's all about you trusting yourself and understanding the power of this absolutely mind-blowing, unusual energy. It makes you to tap into things that are so deep that not only you will kind of visually understand things in a completely different way, but you're going to understand everything around you from a completely different level. And on top of that, you are going to surprise yourself, and you're going to be surprised with the outcome and the way things are going to develop and unfold as well. So let's say you're working on an important project. You know, let's say that you're working on an important project, and now you need to do something very specific, and you feel so bizarre on the specific day in April, and you feel so bizarre. You know, like let's say the 8th of April is just so strange for you, such an unusual energy. And again, this is your sign that you should do something important, and you know that you need to work on some kind of, let's say, venture or something, you know, some kind of project, let's say, and try to work on that project on that particular day, and you will see like the ideas that you're going to have, how things are going to float, and you're going to do something miraculous, and something miraculous is again going to happen to you by the end of that day in terms of the actual outcome. Somebody really incredible is going to get in touch with you, for example. So this is what am I trying to explain to you. I really hope I'm not too confusing. Do you see what I mean? So this weird energy that you are going to feel, this deep energy throughout the actual April, on specific days, it's gonna be pretty much so enhanced like there is no tomorrow. But you will know which specific days this is, because right from the very first thing in the morning, you will be able to understand the energy is weird. And then I'm telling you to try to decide to do something so important and see how powerful this energy is actually going to become once you manipulate this wonderful, bizarre, strange energy into your favor. You will see exactly what the outcome you're actually going to have. And going back to that particular person that I said that you're going to see from a completely different angle right at the beginning of April. Sorry, I really hope that this is not too confusing for you. I'm so sorry, my gorgeous Scorpioni, but April is going to be so mind-blowing when it comes to you. I'm sorry, but I hope this is not too confusing. So the actual number when it comes to numerology is 1111. So that means that right at the beginning of April, you need to understand this. You're going to come across an unusual person, very strange person, and I said this to you before, sorry darling, and I said this to you before. You're going to come across this unusual person. Something is going to be bizarre about that person, like that person is from a completely different time, from a completely different place. Do you know what? It's because it's actually going to be, because the next time when you look, that person is not going to be there anymore. Do you see what I mean? So, but the most important thing here is when you come across this unusual person, the person is going to look completely unusual. What you have to understand is that it's not about that person, but it's about what is on your mind. Because the spirits, they come through, they come forward at a time when we are blocking ourselves with something. They want to, desperately give us a message or give us a sign that we are standing in our way to ourselves. By thinking negatively about something that, my goodness, it's about bloody time for you to take that on. So it's just going to be like shaky, momenty. When you come across an unusual looking person, weird looking person at the beginning of April 2023, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you most importantly need to remember gorgeous Sasha telling you this. I'm joking. And then at the same time, you need to almost immediately understand that it's about you reflecting on what was on your mind You're standing in a way to yourself, and you need to release that blockage. And once you release that blockage, it's gonna fly like a banana, my gorgeous Scorpione. So this is why this is so important. You're standing in a way to yourself with something so important that only you can allow yourself to go through. So as soon as you kind of understand what this is, then the whole new door are about to open to you. This is important, because without even realizing, you're gonna go through this door. And once you go through this door, my gorgeous Scorpione, once you go through this door, this is again gonna really help you to know exactly what are you going to do next. And it's going to surprise you how adamant and how strong and how confident and how powerful you are going to feel about something that you would run on miles away from. So this is already going to be a mind-blowing sign for you that things are moving on. So this is what you need to do, my gorgeous Scorpione. As soon as you become aware of that person, this is your sign that you need to really realize what you were thinking about. What you were thinking about, and what you were thinking about, then that is like really kind of, you need to kind of release some kind of a blockage, because you are standing in a way to yourself. So it's just about you kind of really connecting yourself to that situation, understanding this, and moving on with your life. Very, very important for you to remember this. So this is what the job of that spirit, if I can call it like this, it's going to actually be for you to kind of understand what was on your mind, what you're blocking yourself with, because you need to go through that. You need to get to the other side. That person is providing you with a mind-blowing spiritual bridge that only you can walk. Only you can cross. No one else can do this for you. Okay, just follow the light, my gorgeous Scorpione. Very important indeed. And also, when it comes to 1111 being a rather mind-blowing like number, this is why this month is going to be like completely out of this world, because your numerology number is 1111. So this means that by the end of this month, you are going to probably have one of the biggest blessings of your life. You are going to surprise yourself. You are going to become aware of like a really amazing skill, and this is really going to surprise you, some kind of skill that you're going to become aware of, and this is also going to surprise you in the best possible way. So this is going to be your food for thoughts, especially when it comes to bringing something new into your life and making everything so much more colorful as well. You will realize that there was a specific reason why things were so slow for you over the last 2 or 3 years, my gorgeous Scorpione. So it's all going to start making sense, because you will know that you are preparing yourself for something special, especially by the time you get to the 17th of the actual April, when you are going to be asked to do something that you could only dream of someone asking you to do. And this is going to make you feel so amazing about yourself, but you're going to understand the power of your own individuality and how different and how unique you actually are. And this, my gorgeous Scorpione, is like your spiritual petrol that you could do with, like never before. And also, my gorgeous Scorpione, 1111 also means that there is a specific memory going to be on your mind. Memory, na, 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 midnight. No, there's a specific memory going to be on your memory going to be on your mind, my gorgeous Scorpione. There is this like something completely from a long time ago. This month, there is going to be this in April, there is going to be this memory that you're going to have, and this is just something that is going to be on your mind, and this memory is something that how your life used to be like from a long time ago, and you are going to be thinking about how your life used to be, and then, but it's more importantly, what are you going to kind of become aware of while you're thinking about like a certain memories from such a long time. You're going to realize on one hand what's missing in your life so much, what's missing in your life so badly. You will realize while you're thinking about these memories. I know it sounds so bland, memories. No, baby, no, because you are going to go back to the specific parts of your past from a long time ago, and that is going to make you aware of something, that you're missing something so terribly, that you're missing something so badly, and that is going to make you aware of that now it's time to return to your roots, to return return to something. I'm not saying that you should like completely return to like completely change your life, but it's about the return to your roots. There is something missing in your life, something that you are going to be reminded by, but also at the same time there is a specific person that is also going to be on your mind, and through that specific person from long time ago in your past, you are really going to kind of like understand, you're going to understand how to deal with a specific blockage and with a specific problem by being yourself. And that in itself it's really kind of also like kind of going to make you aware of like that now it's time to do something so big, so important. This is all going to lead towards you feeling pumped up, and towards you feeling courageous, and towards you feeling ready to make a very much so an important step here indeed. This is going to be consisting of you changing your life in the best possible way in terms of like improving the quality of your life when it comes to living the life the way you want it, how you want it, without restrictions, but then at the same time doing what you want to do. But also there are going to be so many elements of like, oh my God, I want to do this, I want to do that in terms of spirituality. Do not feel surprised, or do not be surprised if you again I'm feeling now suddenly like, oh, I want to smudge my home. And last time you smudged your home with a sage like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Now suddenly you're like, oh my God, I want to do that. I want to do that, baby. You should just go for it. So there are going to be so many elements that are going to start popping back. And this is a very, in terms of spirituality, and this is also such an invaluable sign that you've been through something very, very hard and very difficult, something that was slowing you down for quite a few years, and something that kind of caused such a blockage where you kind of felt a little bit blockage in between you and your spirituality. And you know how important spirituality is, and I know that lots of people are throwing that word around spirituality, but it's just like, oh my God, it's such an important part of who we are. If you're not spiritual and you don't understand that there is more to this life to what it meets the eye, then I can't really help you. Do you know what I mean? There are people who are open, people who understand from the beginning, people who understand everywhere, very smart, clever, very spiritually elevated people, very powerful spirits and very powerful souls, understand things from the moment they were born. And there's second type of people who like basically are willing to learn. They're good little spirits and they're good little souls, you know, they're willing to learn. They have their eyes open throughout their lives and they're willing to learn. No, nothing bad about that. It's great. You know, willing spirits are always good. And the third type of spirits, it's basically people who are never going to learn, never ever going to learn, people who are always going to stay the same, people who are sadly like a little bit blocked and they cannot accept any different kind of point of view in life. And that just, this type of people like to be fed with a certain informations, and they get certain information, but they don't kind of think about these informations for themselves, almost as if that this third type of people are just living their lives through other people's eyes, instead of like doing things on their own accord. But you, my gorgeous Scorpione, you are elevated when it comes to all this. You're most certainly like, you know what I mean, you're naturally number one. Do you know what I mean? So you are so this is why, you know, the spirituality is so important to you indeed. And also, my gorgeous Scorpione, what I absolutely love when it comes to April, by the end of this month, you know, there is going to be such an interesting sign that you are going to have. And this sign that you are going to have, it's especially going to happen within the last 7 days. No, I'm lying, sorry. Within the last 11 days of April, there is going to be this a sign that you are going to have. This within the last 11 days of April, there is another sign that you are going to have. It's like, you see how crazy this month is going to be. And this other sign that you are going to have within the last 11 days of April is going to happen through the actual animal. The animals, bless them, they are back into our lives, bringing us a very good omen messages indeed. So within the last 11 days, you're going to notice an unusual animal. An unusual animal. Something is going to be unusual about this animal. You will know what I mean. Maybe the animal will be standing in a weird place. Maybe the animal will be flying in a weird way. Maybe that animal will have a strange color. Maybe that animal will bite you. Hopefully not. Do you know what I mean? But then something very unusual. You're going to notice an unusual animal to start with, and you may even hear an unusual animal sound. You may hear, first of all, an unusual animal sound, and you may not see that animal. Maybe that omen is going to come as in sound as well. Okay, so it can come like as in you seeing an animal, or you're going to hear some kind of animal. You're going to need to understand that very shortly after that moment in time, you are going to hear such a mind-blowing news, my gorgeous Scorpio, Scorpioni, Scorpioni, pa 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 pam pa. Within the last 11 days, as soon as you become aware of this good omen, you need to understand very soon after that, you are going to have a mind-blowing news, very good and important news that is literally going to give you a reason to celebrate. You will want to celebrate because you're going to become aware of that good news. It's going to make you aware of some kind of very solid foundations that have been laid. It's going to bring you a really mind-blowing sense of security, stability, but at the same time you are also going to become aware of the mind-blowing prospects coming into your life, which is going to lead towards this little baby, which means that there is some kind of wish that is slowly but surely going to start coming true. It's like, oh my God, my gorgeous Scorpion, it's like, what a month is this actually going to be? So now, let me just tell you what's going to happen. Let me just tell you what to take, When it comes to nutrition, I highly recommend you to take natural vitamin D3 because it's going to boost your immune system and it's going to be superb for your sensitive bones, alongside a natural zinc picolinate, which is a highly absorbable version of zinc, and at the same time it works perfect in combination with vitamin D3, especially when it comes to boosting your immune system, but it's also brilliant for skin, hair and nails as well. And the third thing that I'm also highly recommending you, again, it's going to be organic chlorella, because organic chlorella is this mind-blowing supplement which has got omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential for brain and memory, concentration. Do you know what I mean? These type of things. And at the same time, it's also going to boost your immune system, and it's also going to be super powerful when it comes to detoxifying your body from the dangerous metals. Whether you believe this or not, it's up to you, but the dangerous metals nowadays are everywhere. So organic chlorella has been proven over and over again that it has got a power to detoxify your body from these dangerous metals. Of course, I have got my own brand, because the reason why I decided to have my own brand is only because I was struggling to find good quality supplements without any rubbish or any chemicals for myself. And that's why I was like, you know what, I just had enough now. So that's natural vitamin D3. This is a natural zinc picolinate. And this is organic chlorella, my gorgeous Scorpioni. So if you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Scorpioni, or not. And if you would like to buy my supplement, and I highly suggest this, just see the link in the description below. You just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand. You will see at the bottom of the description where to buy these supplements, or you can simply go on Google and just type in gorgeous Sasha Bonasin supplements. I'm joking. You just go to Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins and you will see my page coming up that way as well. So now going to let's see what is going to be actually the first date that you need to pay attention to. The very first date that you need to pay attention to, it's going to be the 4th of the actual April. In particular, the 4th of April, you're going to wake up and there is something going to be on your mind. There is a specific thing going to be on your mind. It's the problem from absolutely 100 years ago, well, not 100, but problem from a long time ago that you almost like forgot about, and it's important for you to understand that you need to deal with this. And the reason why this problem is now suddenly going to be on your mind on the very 4th of April 2023, it's because because what I was saying to you before, it's when we sleep, we travel, you know, towards so many different dimensions. We have astral projections every night, we sleep, we dream every night, but we don't necessarily remember because we visit so many different places. Our mind is so powerful. We are so powerful. We are so powerful, but sadly it's been kept for us, you know, because, you know, they want to keep us in a certain brackets, but, you know, I want to break free. Do you know what I mean? Always. So basically, yes, so on the 4th of the actual April, you're going to wake up and you are going to have this specific problem on your mind from a long time ago. And you're going to be like, where on earth? Why on earth am I thinking about this? Almost as if you're going to be reminded of a certain problem, but you will be able to notice the difference, how you're going to feel optimistic about it, how you're going to feel courageous about it, how you're going to feel so keen and eager to deal with it. And this is your sign that you need to immediately deal with this. You need to attack this problem. You need to dissect this problem. You need to start working on this problem. And you are going to have one of the biggest surprises of your life. By the end of that day already, something very interesting is going to happen, which is going to make you fully aware of that you are most certainly on the right track when it comes to dealing with that specific problem. You know, something that, you know, it's part of a very complex situation in your life, but you're going to be able to deal with it so simply. But all you need to do is just go for it. Just start. Just pay attention to it, and you'll see how far this is actually going to take you. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Scorpion, is so beautiful, gorgeous. Look at this. Oh my goodness. This is called Botswana Agate Pendant. Botswana, baby, here I come. Here I come, Botswana. Look at this gorgeous Botswana pendant, Botswana agate pendant. This is absolutely brilliant for conversation, communication. It helps you with the balance. It helps you to ground yourself. It helps you to say the right things. You know, it helps you to sound sharp. It helps you to say the smartest things ever. And especially at a time when you may be surrounded by the people who are like very much so energy vampires, you know. And at the same time, this gorgeous Botswana agate pendant, basically it's for stamina, energy, confidence, vitality, strength. It's helpful to bring you know, information to the surface that's deeply rooted in our subconscious mind. It's like, oh my God, it unlocks your third eye, it unlocks your subconscious mind. You see things in a completely different light. It's so important when it comes to those things that scares us, you know. And there were so many things that scared us subconsciously that we were keeping hearing about and paying attention to, or maybe we didn't even pay attention to, but there were so many kind of dark informations around us for such a long time that it gets stuck at the back of our subconscious mind, and it takes its role, you know, it takes over when we are meant to do something important, but we don't even realize this because it's keep on making us indecisive because we are worried about something that we shouldn't be, for example. So this gorgeous Botswana agate pendant is something I highly recommend you to wear, my gorgeous Scorpione, throughout April, May and June indeed. This gorgeous Botswana agate pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Now, the second important date, it's actually going to happen on the 5th of April. On the 5th of April, you know, you're gonna feel like you're gonna realize that you've got like everything you need in order to make a very important step here. A very, very important step when it comes to dealing with something very dark, very negative and very scary, some kind of a very dark and negative and unhealthy attachment in your life, you know, and you are aware of this. Maybe this is like, maybe this is to do with some kind of addiction, that's the word. Yeah, maybe it's to do with some kind of nasty addiction. Maybe it's to do with you being surrounded by the certain people who are making you feel so bad and negative. Maybe, whatever this is, but it's to do with a very negative and unhealthy attachment that's creating a very much so lots of negativity in your life. But you know what this is. You knew what this is. You were aware of this for a long long time, but only now on the 5th of April, the news that you are going to have, the information you're going to become aware of at the beginning of that day, it's going to bring a clarity into your life, and most importantly, it's going to open your eyes when it comes to you realizing that you've got absolutely everything you need in order to kind of like make the important step and remove yourself from this very, very unhealthy attachment, something very, very toxic, something that's making you feel really, really negative, but you know what this is. And most importantly, this is going to be highlighted on the 5th of April 2023. Your life, it's going to be so much more happy. You're going to be so much more happier. After this moment in time, you're going to lead towards a personal enlightenment, you know. You're reaching towards like very much so towards enlightenment in your life, and this in itself, it's really important. So not only you're gonna make that move, make that step, you will know exactly what do you need to do, but you're gonna do this really, really successfully indeed, and not that long after that moment in time, you know, this in itself, it's going to make you feel like you want to celebrate. That's another celebration here. You're going to feel like you want to have a party, you know. You're going to feel like you want to like reconnect with the people in your life. This is an immediate sign that that particular thing was affecting you when it comes to people in your life, when it comes to important people in your life that you should be around with, because almost immediately after that moment in time, after you make an important step here, you will know what am I talking about. Almost immediately you are gonna feel like you want to have a party, and you are gonna feel like you want to reconnect with people, and that is going to be a sign that this was affecting you and your relationship with the people in your life, that it shouldn't be affecting it. So this is a great sign, because it's also bringing a really important conclusion in itself to your life, you know. This is so important, because at the same time that it's gonna lead towards you realizing also, you know, this is a resolution of a huge problem in your life in itself, but you're also going to realize that now this is going to really make you aware of a very much so an important compromise that you're also going to need to make with someone for some reason here. And on another note, this is going to make you feel so confident, so brave, so passionate, so adventurous, you know, and also at the same time it is going to kind of like start the process, and this is very difficult to explain, but it's gonna start the process where on the 5th of April onwards, someone very special, it's about to enter your life. Someone very special, it's about to enter your life. And pay attention to the stage and the period in between the 5th and the 17th of April, how you are going to have in your mind how you want to go somewhere, how you want to do something, like going out somewhere. But there is an element of you wanting to go somewhere new. And there is going to be your answer. Where this person is going to be when you meet this person, and who exactly this person is actually going to be. Somebody who is going to make a tremendous impact into your life. Okay, and the second important date, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it's going to be on the 16th of April. Now the 16th of April, this is brilliant because it's about an important, absolutely brilliant accomplishment. It's something that you've been working on, something that you expected to happen, but it's gonna go on a different level, so it's gonna be better than you can possibly imagine. So on the 16th of April you can expect this message or a phone call where you're gonna like kind of be extremely happy and extremely pleased with some kind of progress. This is to do with an important accomplishment in life. It's to do with a success, but it's also to do with you feeling really happy, you feeling really ecstatic, excited. Why? Because you will know that after that moment in time, you are gonna be able to to have an opportunity for an ultimate big mama change. But you have to be quick, you have to be direct, you have to be sharp, and you have to be clever. You can be sharp, clever, okay, and direct, that's fine, but you're not going to be able to do all these things if you don't kind of like be very quick with this. So first of all, sorry, you need to be quick and you need to take this on, because at the same time you will realize, you know, so much potential here. It's about an ultimate change, but also one thing is going to link to another, lead to another, especially when it comes to you realizing about, you know, so much potential here. Absolutely brilliant. This in itself is bringing a brand new, not brand new direction, but it's showing you the clear direction right now. Okay, so important. And also, my gorgeous Scorpioni, another thing I was going to recommend is like, oh my lord, look at this. Another absolutely gorgeous pendant. This one is called Solar Quartz, and this enhances energy. It brings emotional strength, and it uplift, you know, with great power. It improves the connection to spirit. So anything that improves connection to spirit is like something that we benefit from, like there is no tomorrow. But especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Scorpione, it helps you to understand the elements of yourself that you don't understand. It helps you to understand why do you do certain things that you don't want to do, but you keep on doing them. You know, does that make sense? You know, it helps you to really unlock certain things, specific things within yourself that helps you to understand yourself. And on another hand, it helps you to see so much further when it comes to your intuition, when it comes to your psychic guidance, when it comes to that voice within, you know. So this is such a powerful crystal to also wear, my gorgeous Scorpione. Indeed, this gorgeous solar quartz pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link is to buy the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you also support my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Now, the third important date, sorry, the third important date, my gorgeous Scorpione, is going to be on the 28th of April. Now, the 28th of April, it's like basically, this is like, you need to understand that, you know, it is going to be the day where you are going to feel pretty much so, a little bit stressed, a little bit anxious. You're going to be dealing with quite a few different things. You're going to be juggling a few different things. You're going to be dealing with a few different things, and there are a few different things that are going to be on your mind. The more you take on, the greater power you're going to have. The more success you're going to have. This is like a challenge, like a very spiritual and unusual challenge, where I know that on the 28th of April, you are going to feel a little bit sensitive, because there is a lot going to be on your mind. You're going to feel a little bit stressed, you know, you're going to feel a little bit anxious, but you are going to be juggling with very, very, very important things that you shouldn't really do wrong. So just to kind of like really help you to understand, the more you juggle with, the better outcome it's actually going to be. I know this sounds crazy. Why? Because this in itself is, by the end of that day, you're not only going to realize that exactly how you're going to transform your life, but at the same time, by the end of that day, you are going to have the actual vision of your lifetime. There is this vision that you are going to have, and this vision, you know, there are certain things that are going to become undeniable that you want to do and how you want to do them. But most importantly, that vision that you are going to have, it's going to answer a really big question to yourself about your future. What exactly do you want? And that, most importantly, it's also going to answer another massive question when it comes to you feeling so indecisive over the last couple of months. This vision, it's going to provide you with an absolutely mind-blowing answer. So now, my gorgeous Scorpione, I'm just gonna do the couples and singles, and I'm gonna do that like this because I can see that I didn't put these cards out. Naughty Sashita. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Scorpione, I'm just gonna shuffle these cards, and I'm gonna focus on those of you who are in relationship for the month of April. It's your birthday. You can tell, well, I was listening in the gym. It's your birthday. Listen this, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Da-dum, da-dum, ba-dum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-ba-ba-dum, ba-dum. Okay, sorry. So now, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship for the month of April. Okay, so we have got a, oh my lordy lord, you are going to make a really, really wise choice. You see this bambina here? You're going to make a really wise choice, my gorgeous Scorpioni. When it comes to the couples, I'm talking about the couples. So what is choice? It's actually going to be about, look at this. This choice is going to be about you, both of you being so much more happier. There is something that's missing. There is something that's missing. You could be like the most happiest couple in the world, but there is, you know, it doesn't mean that things are not moving on. It doesn't mean that we realize new things in life that we want to try and we want to do. Do you know what I mean? So you're both going to make a really wise choice when it comes to you kind of improving your life so much. By the end of April, you are both going to realize how close you are, how much you mean to each other, how much special you are to one another, how perfectly you match each other. You're going to realize so much by the end of April when it comes to the couples. It's going to be incredible. And that in itself, it's also going to lead towards you realizing like there is a very wise choice that you both will want to do something really specific that is going to improve your quality on life in so many different ways, and it's going to make you feel both so much happier, so much more content, and at the same time it's absolutely perfect time to do so because you both have absolutely everything you possibly need in order to make that particular step, because now you are at the right stage, at the perfect stage of your life. After this, things are only going to get better. This is so important for you to do because it's going to help you to like pretty much so reconnect with both of your spiritual journeys. And there is also a very, very annoying problem going to come to an end that was affecting you for a while. And this is going to make things even better for both of you. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Scorpio. Oni, Scorpio, now I'm going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and I'm going to focus on the singles, ready to mingles. Single Scorpioni, I'm just going to focus this, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, I'm going to focus on the single Scorpionis for the month of April. Are we going to have a bit of a stranger in the night? Scorpioni in the morning. Oh my lord, you know what fell out? Look at this. Come on, man. You're ready for an adventure. Look at this, Scorpioni. Come on, come on, come on. This is very kind of telling. I think you're ready for a bit of fun. Do you know what I mean? If you are ready to find someone, if you are ready to let someone into your life, it's time to let someone into your life. But you need to have a bit fun. You are going to feel, you're going to feel, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you're gonna feel like you want fun like never before, baby. You know, you're gonna feel like you want some fun, and from the beginning of April you're gonna be like, you know what, the life is too short, and this and that, and all those things are gonna be on your mind. What am I waiting for, and this and that. And from the beginning of April, this is also the beginning where you are gonna start coming back to yourself. You will want more fun. Okay, you will want to go out there. You will want to explore. There is something very specific that is also going to be on your mind, my gorgeous Scorpioni. For those of you that are single, you will want to go, not only you're going to be ready, you're going to feel ready like to have some fun, but you will want to go somewhere very specific. You will want to explore something, like going somewhere, maybe for the first time, or maybe going somewhere where you haven't been in an absolute ages. I know that this is going to come with a great sense of exploration. You want wanting to explore something. You wanted to explore something. My goodness, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's not about like finding the love of your life, but it's about having so much fun. You're going to be noticed by so many people who are you going to feel a rather vavavumish around, you know, but then again, at the same time, they'll feel rather vavavumish around you as well, you know, so you're going to love this. You're going to love this. There are few people that are going to be like kind of paying attention to you this month. There are few people that are going to notice you, and this is going to raise your confidence levels, and it's going to make you aware of like, you know what, now it's time to have some fun. And my gorgeous Scorpione, that's exactly what you're gonna have. You're gonna have so much fun when it comes to April. Please, like when it comes to like, I want to do this, I want to do that, just go for it. You're gonna realize how beautiful you are. You will be noticed by the right people, by the really beautiful people, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, like I can't believe they fancy me. Not like that I'm saying anything, but you're just gonna love it. You're just gonna love being noticed by lots of beautiful people, and this is going to make you aware of what you're missing on. But most importantly, you are gonna have some fun, and I like it. I like it, my gorgeous Scorpione. It's good to have some fun. Okay, this is important in life, indeed. So if it's to do with some fun, just go for it, I say. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpione, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, a lot of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Scorpione. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.